Hello everybody. I hope all of you are doing very well at home. Fine. So in our previous video session we have seen section 151 page number 27, that is electrostatic potential and potential energy, and then we also have seen section 152, that is electric potential due to a point charge. Okay, I hope you have studied and gone through that video very well. I hope you have cleared all the doubts. If you have any doubt related to that topic, I request you to write your question or queries or any doubt in the comment section in given below of the link. Okay, then in our today's video session we will see section 153 page number 30, that is electrostatic potential at a point due to an electric dipole. Okay, if you have seen my previous video, it will help you to understand my today's video. And also, suppose if you are the new viewer and you want to see all the classes, all the lessons which I have taken, okay, just in YouTube browser or Chrome browser or in Google, just type youtube.com/c/Pratik Singh classes. From there you can get all of my video tutorials. Fine. So let us start our today's video session, and that is section 153 page number 13, electrostatic potential at a point due to an electric dipole. Fine. So I hope you will enjoy our today's class. Okay, if related to today's class, if you have any doubt after going to the class, you are free to write the doubt or comment in the comment section. Fine. So let us go to our class. So let us start our today's class. The first topic is electrostatic potential at a point due to an electric dipole. Okay, in previous my video class I have taught you about electrostatic potential and potential point because of a single charge. Okay, if you have forgotten that to watch, please go through that video first so that you can understand it very well. Fine. Consider two equal and opposite charges separated by a small distance 2a as shown in figure 1.26. Below is the figure given. Okay, about electric dipole, we already have seen that two charges will be there, a positive charge and a negative charge separated by a small distance constitute a dipole. Okay, so here, as the topic itself suggests, we will see about this thing, this dipole. Okay, the distance from one charge to the other charge is 2a. Fine. The point P is located at a distance r from the midpoint of the dipole. Let theta be the angle between the line OP and dipole axis AB. Okay, what is dipole axis? Then what is equatorial plane? We already have seen in second last video session. If you have missed that, please go through that, or otherwise at the top right corner of your mobile phone screen or computer or laptop, you can see I button there. If you touch the screen, okay, if you touch that I button, from there I will give you the link how to go to that topic. Fine. Going to next page. Here on the screen you can see figure 1.26. Here AB constitutes a dipole because at point B we have a positive charge plus Q and at point A we have a negative charge minus Q. The separation between A and B points are very less, but this separation is also far bigger than the atomic radius of charges at A and charges at B. Okay, then O is the midpoint of the line joining A and B. Okay, in that situation OA is equal to OB is equal to A given, so that the distance from charge A to charge at B is 2A. Okay, a point P is taken in such a way that its distance from the center O is R. Okay, then on the screen you can see the distance from point P to charge B is R1 and that of the distance from point P to charge at A is R2. Okay, here you can see that the angle made by POB is theta. This angle is theta. Okay, in this theorem you also need the concept of trigonometry, which you already have studied in standard 11, that is cosine rule. Okay, CBSE students, they have studied cosine rule in class 10th itself, but in your new book it is given in class 11th. Okay, now coming to our theory portion, I hope you have understood this configuration of figure 1.26 very well. Okay, potential at point P due to charge plus Q is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q by R1. Okay, we know that potential at a point because of a charge is given by, we have V is equal to K into Q by R, where R is the distance from the charge to that point. So same thing is here, V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q by R1. Here R1 is the distance from charge at B to point P. Okay, likewise potential at P due to charge minus Q is equal to minus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q by R2. Okay, in actual we always have potential formula at a point because of a charge is V is equal to K into Q by R. If suppose Q is positive, this total term will be positive. If suppose Q is negative, it will become V is equal to K into minus Q by R. Okay, that is minus Q by R. This minus Q can be taken here, so it will become minus K into Q by R. That is how it is written here. Okay, minus, this is the you know very well that this is the K value. So potential because of charge minus Q at point P is equal to minus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q by R square. Okay, so total potential at point P because of charges at A and B, okay, we have to find it out here, and it will be equal to sum of the potentials of individual charges. Okay, so that will be equal to, okay, so in actual this equation 1.35 is like this. First of all, we have to find potential at point P because of charge at A plus potential at point P because of charge at B. Okay, so that will be equal to K. This K value is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Whenever I will write K, just imagine this thing, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Okay, so K into Q by R1 plus K into minus Q by R2, because charge at A is negative. So the formula is taking K outside, K into Q by R1 plus minus Q by R2. Okay, so this symbol at the between at the center will become negative. Okay, so the equation will become K into Q by R1 minus Q by R2. Okay, it became lazy. So this term will become minus here. Okay, so that is equal to taking cube also outside because it is common. The magnitude of charges at point A and point B are equal. So taking it outside, we will have KQ into 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. That is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q into 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2 as given in equation 1.35. Suppose if the point P is far away from the dipole such that R is far bigger than A, then equation 1.35 can be expressed in the form of R. To understand it very well, let us go to the previous picture. Okay, so here just see that if suppose this point P is far away from the dipole AB, so in that situation we will have R, that is the distance from center O to point P, will be far bigger than A, and A is the distance from central point to any one of the charge. Okay, that is given in the theory below. Okay, coming back to the theory again. Okay, so here by cosine law of triangle BOP, we will have R1 square is equal to R square plus A square minus 2RA cos theta. Okay, in your previous class in mathematics, you might have studied about sine law and cosine law. In cosine law, the formula is cos A is equal to B square plus C square minus A square by 2BC. Okay, likewise cos B is equal to a square plus c square minus b square by 2ac, and likewise also for cos c. Same formula is used here to find out in triangle BOP, okay, this term r1 square is equal to r square plus a square minus 2ra cos theta, okay. Or here what we can do is, we have taken in RHS of the given formula, we have taken r square common, so here you will get 1. Okay, this became so much blurry. Let me delete this for you, okay, so that it will become easier for me to teach you. Just a moment. Okay, so here if you take r square common, it will become 1, it will become a square by r square, and it will become, this term will become 2a cos theta by r. So here we will have r1 square is equal to r square into 1 plus a square by r square minus 2a cos theta by r. Since the point P is very far from dipole, then we will have r is far bigger than a. As a result, the term, this term a square by r square is become very small, because if numerator is far smaller than denominator, then this term becomes very less, okay, to 1, or it can tend to 0. So in that situation we can neglect this term, okay. So therefore we will have r1 square is equal to r square into 1 minus 2a cos theta by r, okay. You can see in this equation, okay, this term is neglected because the value of this became very small, okay, as near as 0, okay. Now taking a square root both sides, we will have r1 square is equal to r into 1 minus 2a by r into cos theta to the power 1 by 2. This is the square root both sides, okay. So now taking reciprocals both sides means making the numerator as denominator, we will get 1 by r1 is equal to 1 by r into 1 minus 2a cos theta by r to the power minus 1 by 2, because both sides are being reciprocated, means become opposite, upside became down. Again now here a by r is far less than a, means it tends to 0, because r is far bigger than a. This distance from O to P is far bigger than the distance from center O to any one of the charge, either plus q or minus q, okay. Then retain the terms up to first order, okay. When we will have this term negligible a by r, then we will get 1 by r1 is equal to 1 by r into 1 plus a cos theta r. This term we have got from binomial indices, binomial mathematics, okay. Likewise apply cosine law in triangle AOP, okay. In this triangle we will have r2 square is equal to r square plus a square minus 2ar cos 180 degree minus theta, because here you can see on the screen that this angle, 1 minute, this is the angle, angle POA, that is 180 degree minus theta, okay. We know it very well that cos 180 degree minus theta is equal to minus cos theta. We will have r2 square is equal to r square plus a square plus 2ar cos theta, okay. Keep in mind once again that because this is a negative value, cos 180 minus theta is equal to minus cos theta, so this term, this negative will become positive. So r2 square is equal to r square plus a square plus 2ar cos theta, okay. Now because a by r is very lesser than 1, then in that situation a square by r square will tend to 0, okay. So we can neglect that value. In that situation we will get r2 square is equal to r square into 1 plus 2a cos theta by r. It is same like what we have found in r1 square, okay. Again taking square root of both sides, we will get R2 is equal to R into 1 plus 2a cos theta by r to the whole power 1 by 2. Okay, this is in actual, if you don't want to write this power 1 by 2, then this will become like this, square root of this total term. Okay, so to without writing this square root, we have written here power 1 by 2. The same thing we have applied in previous equation also. Okay, so I hope now you understood why this power 1 by 2 has come. Okay, fine. Using binomial theorem, we get 1 by r2 is equal to 1 by r into 1 minus a cos theta by r. Okay, one thing is missing here is that in this equation, okay, the place where my cursor is now, okay, this one. Okay, in this equation, if we will take reciprocal, it will become 1 by r2 is equal to 1 by r into 1 plus 2a cos theta by r to the power minus 1 by 2. Okay, and according to binomial theorem and enlarging it or expanding it and leaving the higher orders, we will have 1 by r1 is equal to 1 by r into 1 minus a cos theta by r. Substituting this equation 1.37 and 1.36 in equation 1.35, that total potential at point P because of charges at A and charges at B is equal to, we have seen earlier that 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into q into 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2. So just substitute the value of r1 and r2, okay, that potential at point P because of A and potential at point P because of charge at B. Okay, we will get this equation. V is equal to, 1 minute, we will have V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into q into 1 by r into 1 plus a cos theta by r. Okay, we have seen that what is the, from where this equation has come earlier we have seen. Okay, minus 1 by r into 1 minus a cos theta by r. Okay, then after solving this equation, we will get V, final V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into 2aq by r square cos theta. This is, suppose we have a dipole and we have any point P which is at a distance r from the center. So at that point, how much will be the potential because of this dipole? Okay, and the formula we have got here is V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into 2aq cos theta by r square. Okay. Okay, in that equation we know that this value 2aq, this is equal to P. Okay, and P here is electric dipole moment. Okay, so in this equation we can directly write V is equal to K into P by r square into cos theta. Okay, so as it is already given here, but the electric dipole moment P is equal to 2aq and we get V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into P cos theta by r square. Okay, so we have got two formulas for finding potential at a point P because of electric dipole, okay, which is at a distance r from its center, and that is V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into 2aq cos theta by r square, or V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into P cos theta by r square. It depends on you and the question given to you that which formula you have to try to solve the numerical sums. Okay, coming to next topic. Okay, now we can write that P cos theta is equal to vector P dot r cap. We know very well that cos theta means dot product, and in class 11th we have studied that A dot B is equal to AB cos theta. So if anywhere it is given AB cos theta, we can write at its place A dot B. So as given here P cos theta, we can write this as vector P dot vector r cap or r cap, where it is like 1, the value of p is 1. Okay, so it will give you p cos theta, where r cap is the unit vector from point O to point P. Okay, hence the electric potential at a point P due to an electric dipole is given by V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into vector P dot r cap by r square when r is far bigger than a. Okay, and also by this equation 1.38 we find out that potential is an scalar quantity. Equation 1.38 is valid for distances very large compared to the size of the dipole, but for point dipole the equation 1.38 is valid for any distance. Point dipole is that dipole in which the charges are overlapping with each other. That means they are very near to each other in such a way that we just suppose it is only one charge. Okay, now coming to a special case for this topic. Case 1. Okay, if point P lies on the axial line of the dipole of the side plus q, then theta is equal to 0. Okay, that means if suppose we have a dipole, okay, like this one, at point A we have positive charge and at point B we have a negative charge. Let me change the color of the pen so that you visualize it very well. What do I want to say here? Okay, suppose this line joining A and B is the dipole axis. Okay, suppose we increase it towards left side and right side, and the point lies towards this point B. Okay, means if suppose the point P lies here. Okay, so in that situation, and here at the center of A and B is point O, so angle POB will be equal to 0 degree. Okay, theta is equal to 0 degree. That is what it is said here. Then the electric potential becomes V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into P by R square. We know that very well, that value of cos 0 degree is equal to 1. Okay. Case 2. If point P lies on the axial line of the dipole of side of minus q, then theta is equal to 180 degree. So let me erase this and tell you how to visualize it. Okay, so this is the situation which I have drawn here. Okay, that AB is the dipole. At point A we have a negative charge and at point B we have a positive charge. O is the center of A and B. Okay, the point B lies in the direction of negative charge, that is towards negative charge. In that situation, angle POA will be equal to 180 degree. Okay, this angle from here to here, this will be equal to 180 degree, taking in positive x-axis in anti-clockwise direction. Okay, in that situation V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into P by R square into cos 180 degree, and cos 180 degree is equal to minus 1. So here minus sign has come, that V is equal to minus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into P by R square. Okay, so we have seen two situations. In first situation we have seen that the charge lies in 0 degree. Okay, that means towards the positive charge somewhere here. Okay, and in second case we have seen that the charge lies at 180 degree towards the negative charge. In third case, suppose the point P lies in the equatorial line of dipole when theta is equal to 90 degree. What does that mean? Let me draw that once again. So this is the situation that here you can see P is the point lying in such a way that angle POA or POB is equal to 90 degree. That means the point P lies on the equatorial line. Okay, equatorial line is that line which is perpendicular to the center of the dipole. Okay, so in that situation theta is equal to 90 degree and cos 90 is equal to 0. So total dipole V will be equal to 0. Why this is 0? You can think once that theta is 90 degree, and also you can say that point P is at equal distance from A and B. Okay, so in that situation, the magnitudes of individual potential because of A and B at point P are equal but in opposite direction. So V will become 0. Okay, so this is the case 1, 2 and 3. Now coming to some important points of electrostatic potential because of a dipole at a point P which is at a distance r from the center of dipole. Number 1, the potential due to an electric dipole falls as 1 by r square. We have seen that potential because of a dipole is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into q by r square, and potential due to single point charge is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into q by r. Okay, so two things we have here, 1 by r square because of dipole and 1 by r because of single point charge. Okay, this value as r value will increase, 1 by r square will decrease very faster than 1 by r. Okay, thus the potential due to dipole falls faster than due to a monopole or point charge. Okay, as the distance increases from electric dipole, the effect of positive and negative charges nullify each other. Okay, here a new word has come, nullify each other. What does that mean? Okay, it means that here this term, it means that R will become very equal to R1 is equal to R2. So the point P will become a point lying on the equatorial line. So the potential will be nullified because of negative and positive charges. Okay. Okay. Second point, the potential due to a point charge is spherically symmetric since it depends only on the distance r, but the potential due to a dipole is not spherically symmetric because the potential depends on the angle between electric dipole moment and position vector r of the point. However, the dipole potential is axially symmetric. If the position vector r is rotated about vector p by keeping theta fixed, then all points on the cone at the same distance r will have same potential as shown in figure 1.27. In this figure, all the points located on the blue curve will have the same potential. As you can see from this figure, we have a charge minus q at point A and a charge plus q at point B. Okay, O is the central point of AB. Okay, if we take theta constant and rotate that in 3 dimension, okay, keeping the distance r constant, then if you see the circumference of this circle, at every position on the circumference of this circle, the potential will be equal. Okay, and this line, the line joining A and B, is called as axial line. Okay, and then the line which lies perpendicular to AB, okay, is called as equatorial line. Okay, and the plane which is lying perpendicular to the axis is called as equatorial plane, which goes from the center. Keep in mind that term. Okay, so here we have seen that at any point which lies on the circumference of the circle, which is at equal distance from the center, that is r, and at same angle theta, then the potential will be same at all the points. Alright, so this is the end of our today's video session. We have studied today electrostatic potential at a point due to an electric dipole. It is a very short video, just one section, that is section 153, page number 30 of your textbook. Fine. So you are on my YouTube channel Pratik Singh Classes. Keep watching my tutorial videos in this lockdown period. Okay. I have got a unique URL youtube.com/c/Pratik Singh classes. If you type this in your Chrome browser or YouTube browser, it will take you directly to my channel. From there you can see all the video lists and get it from there. Okay, fine. At the top right corner of the screen of your mobile phone, you can, if you touch the screen, you can see I button there. If you touch the I button, it will take you to the any specific topic which you want. Fine. Till my next video, take care of yourself, stay healthy, stay safe. Bye bye.